Everyone was celebrating my wife's pregnancy at the family dinner, but when I stood up to toast her, I revealed the one secret that silenced the entire room and changed everything forever. The room shimmered in gentle pastel tones, each shade seamlessly merging. Balloons gracefully floated upwards, reflecting subtle gleams of silver and gold from the tables below. A delicate floral fragrance permeated the air, mingling with the soft murmur of laughter and conversation. At the center, a cake sculpted like a teddy bear gleamed with frosting under the warm illumination, the focal point of the celebration. And there she was, Amelia, my wife. Her allure seemed to overshadow everything, her happiness radiant as she tenderly placed a hand over her growing abdomen. She chuckled softly with our guests, every gesture elegant, every look brimming with affection. She had poured her heart into this baby shower, a tribute to the life she carried, the life we had envisioned together, or so I believed. The truth, however, rested in my hand, a folded letter, its creases sharply defined from being clutched too tightly. My fingers trembled slightly, yet my expression remained serene. I could discern my own heartbeat in my ears, rhythmic but forceful, like a drum pounding against my ribs. I rose from my seat and gently tapped my glass with a spoon. The clear, sharp chime pierced the chatter, drawing every gaze towards me. Amelia glanced up, smiling with pride and tenderness. "I'd like to offer a few remarks," I began, my tone steady, almost tender. The room fell silent. I lifted my glass. "To my wife," I declared, my eyes fixed on hers. "The most exquisite, dedicated woman I've ever encountered. The one who has filled my existence with brightness." A few guests offered faint smiles, softly clinking their glasses. "And to the true father of the child she carries." The sound of glass touching glass ceased immediately. The air grew heavy, the stillness so profound it felt almost tangible. Amelia's smile froze, confusion briefly crossing her face before fear began to surface. "What are you speaking of, darling?" she asked softly, her voice wavering. I extracted the folded paper from my pocket. "I harbored suspicions," I stated calmly. "So, I did what any man in my circumstance would do. I requested a paternity test." A collective gasp undulated through the assembly. Somewhere behind Amelia, her close friend Sarah's hand slipped. Her glass shattered on the floor. Amelia's eyes widened. "Michael, please. This is not—" "Shall I recite the findings aloud?" I interjected quietly. Her lips parted, but no sound emerged. The color drained from her complexion. It hadn't always been distrust. I had once placed complete faith in her. Yet, some months prior, I began to notice minor irregularities. Her slight hesitations mid-sentence, her phone consistently placed face down, the diminished warmth in her smile when our eyes met. Then, one evening, as she slept beside me, her phone screen illuminated. A message, just a single word, yet it was sufficient to churn my stomach. I didn't confront her immediately. I waited. I engaged a private investigator. What he uncovered shattered every belief I held: clandestine late-night meetings, hotel rooms, and the face of the individual I least expected, Daniel, my closest friend since childhood. I recalled the evenings we had shared laughter over drinks, the countless instances I had entrusted him with my innermost thoughts, my aspirations, my allegiance. And all the while, he was betraying me. So, I waited. I arranged for the test in secrecy. When the results arrived, a 0% probability of paternity, something within me didn't fracture. It solidified. And this evening, at this impeccably perfect occasion, I determined the moment was right. I directed my gaze toward Daniel, who sat, pale and motionless, at the rear of the room. "Anything you wish to add, old friend?" His lips parted, but words failed him. "Didn't think so," I uttered coldly. Amelia's tears now flowed freely. "Michael, please," she whispered. "Not here. Not before everyone." "No," I countered. "Here is precisely where it ought to occur." Her voice fractured. "I made an error." I laughed, a sound hollow and sharp. "An error of forgetting an appointment, perhaps." "Amelia, this was deliberate." The room remained hushed. I could sense the weight of every gaze, every breath. "I loved you," I declared. "I stood by you, trusted you, constructed a future with you. And you met my eyes daily, fully aware this child was not mine. You permitted me to plan this day, to converse with your growing belly, to envision a life that was never real. Her sobs punctuated the silence, but I remained unmoved. I reached into my coat and withdrew another document, divorce papers, already executed. You will be served tomorrow. Her knees nearly gave way. Michael, please, do not proceed with this. But I was already turning away. I raised my glass once more to the astonished, silent multitude. To freedom, I simply stated. Then, I exited. The night air enveloped me like a release, cool, clear, truthful. My chest felt lighter with each inhalation. I was no longer consumed by rage. I was not broken. I was done. As I reached my automobile, my phone vibrated. A message from an unrecognized number appeared on the screen. I'm so sorry. I regarded it for a moment before deleting it. Some expressions of regret do not merit a reply. With one final glance at the illuminated windows of the residence behind me, I started the vehicle and departed, heading towards tranquility, towards peace, towards whatever lay ahead.